In ancient times, young men underwent rigorous initiation rites to become men. They fought against nature alone, realizing that only their own strength could help them. By taking responsibility and toughening both body and spirit, they became full-fledged members of society. Those who couldn't endure faded into obscurity. Thus, only the toughest and most responsible remained in tribes and villages. But what really sets a true person apart from an NPC? It's not money, fame, or success. Many people wonder, why does one person earn respect while another only pity? The answer lies in one crucial truth. For me, the key difference in a strong person has always been responsibility, the ability to own up to their actions. As we know, NPCs don't have freedom, but I choose what to do and when to do it. As Bernard Shaw said, liberty means responsibility. That is why most men dread it. It's been almost 7 years since I graduated from school, and I can confidently say that the people who were unserious back then are still the same today. You know the type. The ones who, after an exam, start making excuses. The test was too hard. They got stuck sitting near the teacher, or they got the wrong version of the test. Whether to study or not is a personal choice. Getting a bad grade doesn't mean you're stupid or a bad person, but if you're too lazy to study, at least try to cheat or just not care about the grade at all. Ignoring the grade means it doesn't affect you, but not studying, not cheating, and then getting upset about the grade while blaming everyone but yourself shows irresponsibility. These people often downplay the effort of someone who aced the exam, saying, if I had studied, I could have done it too. And the ones who cheated, they just got lucky. Words mean nothing without proof. Such people always try to belittle those who work hard, calling them nerds or bookworms, saying they have nothing better to do than study. They shift their own laziness onto others who didn't bother them and were just doing their thing. As they grow older, these people say, that rich kid was born into a wealthy family, even though people don't choose where they are born. And to those born into good families, should they give up their money just so others can be on the same level? They also say, he's talented. Yes, some people are naturally better at certain things than others, but they still have to work hard, even harder than the rest. Talented people feel the burden of responsibility much more. Of course, it's easier to dismiss all their efforts, mental struggles, and sacrifices with the simple, they were just lucky to be born that way, than to acknowledge their own shortcomings. Why not take responsibility for yourself? If you look at all the people or characters whose actions make you proud, they are the ones who don't care about anyone else's excuses. It's just you, and that's it. We all start with random settings. A true fighter doesn't say after a match that their stomach hurt or they didn't sleep well. Your opponent isn't responsible for your issues, and undermining their victory with your excuses is just low. People want a great body but don't want to work out. When they see muscular people, they say anyone can do that with steroids. There's no drug that will get you ripped without effort. They all work hard, but, of course, blaming it all on a miracle drug is easier than admitting you're lazy. People want to be rich, but are afraid to take risks. They want to work less and earn more, but they don't want to study or invest time to achieve that. This lack of seriousness shows in simple things. If you make plans with someone and don't show up without even informing them, that's at least disrespectful. If you get a bad grade and start saying everyone else got a bad grade too, it shows you're not a serious person, and your words lose credibility. Serious people don't do business with those who aren't serious. If you're poor, it's your responsibility. Stop constantly making excuses and feeling sorry for yourself, saying, what about survivor bias? For every one person who made it, there are 100 trillion who didn't. But if you don't even try, your chances of becoming just another statistic are 100%. You don't need to be a genius to earn money for a house, a car, and a good life. You don't need to be 1 in a million. The more skills you have, the more opportunities you have. Conversely, the fewer skills you have, the fewer choices you get. If you understand cars, engines, transmissions, you can become a car dealer or work at a service center and make good money. If you learn programming, you can work as a freelancer. If you know how to bake, you can be a pastry chef. But those who spent their time and learned nothing will end up doing jobs that anyone can do. Try, make mistakes. No one can stop you from trying. Instead of saying something is easy, do it and get results if it's really that easy. But if you try and fail, don't complain that it's hard. You were the one who judged someone else's work as easy. Take responsibility for your words. Once a person realizes that responsibility is the only thing that makes them not an NPC, lacking choice, only then do they start living and enjoying life. Both a person and an NPC are lines of code in a game. But unlike an NPC, a person has the freedom to choose which game to play. As soon as someone starts living their own life and taking responsibility, they become a completely different person. Every person has different physical and mental abilities inherited from their ancestors. Since we don't control our innate skills at the beginning, it can be said that it's all random. But it's not just random for you, it's random for everyone. No one is to blame for being born in a particular country, rich or poor. Cowardice always seeks to shift responsibility onto someone else. Anyone who lives the way they want has first stopped being afraid of failure, judgment, and difficulties. Have you noticed that respectable, successful people don't laugh at the mistakes or failures of others? That's because they know the person's trying, and they've all been in their shoes at some point. The only ones who laugh are those who genuinely take pleasure in others' failures, thus justifying their own cowardice by someone else's misfortune. There are 1,000 different jobs and activities. Whether you're a janitor or a security guard, if someone genuinely loves and enjoys their work, brings value to others, and doesn't blame those around them or the world for their low salary and inconveniences, can you really call that person an NPC? If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and comment on what else you want me to review.